Good morning, kiddos. This is Mr. B, and today is Monday, the 7th of December, and this is the week 4, trimester 2 art. And I'm going to go ahead and explain how you're going to draw that now. So, with a fresh sheet of paper from here, you're going to start by making a circle. And if you don't know by now, if I haven't said it enough times, or I have not said it at all, this particular model, the way I draw out the 12 tones, is called a pitch class space. Pitch class space. And the reason why is that all of the notes that can exist fall into one of these 12 categories. And whether it's a high note or a low note, if you were looking down on all of the notes, they would still fall into their particular pitch class space, regardless of how high they or low they are, kind of like colors of the rainbow. This would be red, for example, and it's going to be always red. If I go higher up in pitch, it's going to add more white. If I go lower, in a sense, in pitch, it would add more black, in a sense, to it. So E is next, then F sharp, then G sharp, A. And again, when we're speaking about intervals, we're generally speaking about things in an ascending manner. This week's interval that we're going to attend to is the major third. And a major third is 4 half steps. That's part of what it is we're trying to attend to this week. So here is one of the things you're going to do is you're going to draw today this little piano gag. And the way you want to draw it is you're going to need a total of 6 segments. You could have more. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and label those. And your first one, we're going to call it C3 because that is the note that's there, that's in the keyboard in GarageBand. By now, most of you should know that it really is C4 in scientific pitch notation, or a middle C. But nonetheless, that is the C that we're going to use today in our performances. Between C and D, there is a black key. Between F and G, and between the A and the B here, there are also black keys. We can shade those in quick. Now I'm doing my artwork a little bit more rapidly than you might. You can take more time and attention to detail. I want to make sure you have some sense of pace, though, if you're doing this along with me. And the notes that we're going to play this week, our first pass is going to be a C. Then the next note that we're going to play is an E. And the final note in the first pass is going to be a G sharp, which I'm going right up through this line, the split between the G and A, and pointing at the black key. So those are our notes there. This week, again, we're focusing on what is called a major third. A major third is 4 half steps. So here, in fact, would be a way of seeing those 4 half steps if you include the C sharp and the D sharp in the context of things, which we would. And so if we're starting at C, let's say that's, again, the first note that we're going to play, and we were to move 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps. And again, you're going to draw in here the word half. I'll turn it, maybe. There we go. There's that. And that's half. And so the second note that we're going to play is going to be an E. And the third note that we're going to play is going to be this G sharp. And so there's a little bit of a shape that would connect these two things. Not quite a triangle yet. So we're going to play C, E, and G in our first pattern. That's what we're going to do there. And we should, while we're here, may as well go ahead and put your title block in. And this is week 4 art. And make sure you put your name on it. And let's say I was in period 5. Period 5 always kind of gets the short end of deals because their lectures are prepared before. So it is what it is. Then the second pattern that you're going to play this week is going to start here on the F sharp. That'll be the 4th note that you play. Then you'll play the A sharp, which will be the 5th note that you play. And then the last note that you play will be a D. And so that pattern is going to connect this F sharp over here to this A sharp. And then you're going to play that A sharp, connecting it to your D. And so it's a neat little pattern. And then the way you're going to complete that down here is you're going to draw a piano keyboard again. And this one you want to do along the entire bottom of the page. You must have a little bit of room at the top for your notes. And you're going to do is just kind of as many segments as you can to make up these keys. See what happens here at the end. I'll get, yeah, it'll work. And then we're going to start D, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, the C that we're going to use, again, as we've discussed today, is this little C3. And the first time that we played, this was the 1, and then the E is going to be the 2, and then this ultimately the G sharp is ultimately what we're going to be playing, and that G sharp is this key right here. So we've got to draw in our sharps and flats, make sure that they're there. So we have a D sharp, we have an F sharp, we have a G sharp, we have an A sharp, nothing between B and C, C sharp, D sharp, nothing between E and F, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and then I'm going to go ahead and color those in. And this gives you a sense of the amount of time that it'll take you to create this, assuming no errors. I know the first few times I made a couple errors before I figured out exactly what I wanted for you all this week. So there's that. So again, the 1, the 2, and the 3, this would have been the 3 right here, is what we would have played the first time. The second pattern that we play is going to be an F sharp, but it's this F sharp right here. So that'll be the 4th note that you play. Okay. Then the A sharp, which is this one, is the 5th note that you're going to play. And then the last note that you're going to play is this D right here. 4, 5, 6. So this is art that is basically showing you the notes that you're going to be playing in the performance portion of the work that's due for week 4 in trimester 2. Thank you very much. We'll see you all during lecture.